This is the morning briefing. This is for Friday, the 20th of January. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather, cool and dry today, but more rain comes back over the weekend, and a dynamic system Tuesday of next week could bring a chance of severe storms to parts of South Alabama and especially areas near the Gulf Coast. Let's talk about things this morning. This is the upper air look across the country. We got one trough that's moving over the northeast part of the country, a new trough back in the southwest that'll be lifting out quickly, and that's the one that brings the rain to the state over the weekend. That's the radar composite across the country this morning. Pretty quiet. Got some rain and snow in the northeast. A little cooler this morning. Got some spots in the upper 30s. Back mid-30s for Haleyville. Birmingham at 42. We've got mid to upper 40s down in South Alabama. Highs today will be in the 50s for the northern half of the state. 60s for South Alabama, and again, very close to averages for this time of the year. Check the watch warning map across the country this morning. Still got some winter storm warnings up in parts of the northeast. Winter storm warnings for parts of Colorado and Kansas with the new system lifting out. But no severe weather expected. We've got a fairly stable air mass over much of the country. That's the severe weather outlook today. Tomorrow, there could be a rumble of thunder late in the day or tomorrow night over the southern two-thirds of the state, but no severe weather. And then on Sunday, there is a marginal risk over the extreme southeastern tip of Alabama into parts of South Georgia, North Florida, and southern South Carolina. Now, let's jump ahead to the Day 5 outlook. This is for Tuesday night of next week. And the Storm Prediction Center has introduced a risk of severe storms over about the southern half of Alabama, back into South Mississippi and Southeast Louisiana. Again, this will be a very dynamic system. The thermodynamics are in question. Will we have enough instability for severe storms? I think that's certainly the case for the Gulf Coast. For the rest of South Alabama, a little iffy. We'll take a look at modeling here on that in just a second. Here's the rain for the next 7 days. A lot around here. Rain amounts between 2 and 3 inches along and south of Interstate 59, 1 to 2 inches up in the Tennessee Valley. So model fans, here we go. This is the GFS. This is the 06C run, valid today at 4. Again, got the trough over the northeast and the new trough digging down into the southwest. But we are in between those, so a nice day today, sunny and cool and seasonal. Tomorrow, the clouds are back as the weekend begins. Rain initially begins over South Alabama during the day tomorrow, and then becoming widespread statewide tomorrow night into Sunday. And for most of the state, this should be just good old-fashioned rain. The air should be cool and stable with highs in the 50s. And again, there might be a rumble of thunder with an elevated storm, but there's no chance of any severe weather. And the rain should be ending from west to east Sunday afternoon. The most widespread rain statewide will likely come tomorrow night and Sunday morning. And I'd say rain amounts over the weekend will be about 1 inch for most locations. So Monday, we are cool and dry, lows in the 30s, highs in the 50s, and then here comes our next system in a hurry on Tuesday. Now, this is Tuesday at 4 p.m. coming off the GFS. It's got a deepening surface low near Jackson, Mississippi. And again, for severe weather statewide, you'd rather see that up over Missouri or northern Arkansas. But again, the strong winds aloft with this it's going to be a very dynamic system. And again, the question is, could there be any unstable air involved in this for severe weather? So let's go to the European model. This is valid Wednesday morning at 6 o'clock. It's a little slower than the GFS, but it's got the surface low just north of the shoals and a big band of snow north of this thing for places like St. Louis and Indianapolis and Cincinnati. But for Alabama, obviously, it's going to be awfully wet with rain and storms. And the most widespread rain will be probably Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning. But let's look at the instability, and there's just not much with this. And it doesn't take a lot. We say this often here. For cool season systems like this, you don't need a lot of cape instability, but you got to have a little bit. And I think clearly there will be a chance of severe storms on the Gulf Coast, in the Florida Panhandle, Mobile and Baldwin counties. Could we see a chance of severe weather up to Montgomery? Well, maybe. And again, that's the SPC outlook. But again, we really need to get past our weekend system to focus on this. And you know the deal, once we get within 60 hours, we're within range of the convection allowing high-resolution models. But just be aware, there could be some strong, maybe severe storms late Tuesday night, maybe early Wednesday. Then by Wednesday afternoon, everything is on by. We're dry. This is Thursday of next week. We're dry with seasonal temperatures. And a week from today, Friday the 27th, again, it's a zonal flow and a cool, dry air mass. Lows at or below freezing, highs probably low 50s, something like that. Let's go out 10 days. This is Sunday the 29th. Again, it's a zonal flow and it's a cool, dry air mass. This is rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. The mean a little over 3 inches between now and the 4th of February. Temperatures coming off the national blend of models. And you can see Tuesday of next week for Birmingham, we're looking at 59. And it's going to be really hard to get severe weather with numbers like that. You want to see at least upper 60s or 70s and dew points up in the 60s for severe weather. But the bottom line is temperatures look very seasonal, close to average, really for the rest of January. And the latest 8 to 14-day guidance in the house, this is for the 27th of January through February 2nd, below average for the western states, near average around here, maybe a little above average over Florida. So sometimes nature gets a little confused, much like meteorologists. How about the daffodils coming out? Seeing a lot of people sending images of these. They're not going to like it when it turns cold again, and we all know we've got many cold snaps to go. Goodness, we get some good cold snaps here in April. We've had big snows here in the first week in April. And this is January 20th, so don't think spring is here, but those are signs of the times. Nice sunset last night on the Gulf Coast. Great time to be there. In fact, look at that shot. What's missing? Yeah, people. Before you know it, it's going to be spring break, and the big crowds will be back, but just a great time to be on the Gulf Coast. So that'll do it for the morning briefing. I'll be at Chelsea High School this morning and then Briarwood Christian School, the elementary school in Birmingham this afternoon. And again, no book signings for the next couple of weeks. The next one's going to be at the Rocket City Weather Fest in Huntsville, the 4th of February at UAH on their campus at the Student Center there. It's a big event for the public. And for people that just like weather, that are interested, I'll be speaking at that. We have a book signing at that. They'll have a lot of exhibits and cool things to do. That's always a great event. Again, that's Saturday, the 4th of February in Huntsville. And then after that, I'll be at Ohio State University speaking at a weather conference that following weekend. Hey, we have notes on the blog, alabamawx.com. And if you're new here, we simulcast these twice a day during the week. Weekday mornings about 5:15, in the afternoon about 2:30. We simulcast it on Facebook and YouTube, and weekends is needed. And of course, we invite you to watch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.